Recently nominated for Group or Duo of the Year at the inaugural Country Town Awards, one of Australia's most beloved family bands, the Buckleys from Byron Bay, are back with the latest highly anticipated single, the sensational track See Your Folks Again. That should be their latest anticipated single. Anyway, See Your Folks Again, that I played just a couple of seconds ago, which was released back in March, just as the internationally acclaimed sibling group was preparing to take to the stage at CMC Rocks, the biggest country music festival in the Southern Hemisphere. For those who don't know, the Buckleys, and you can't be many, the Buckleys lineup consists of siblings Sarah, Lachlan and Molly Buckley, plus the latest addition, their youngest brother, 17-year-old Dylan, who is now officially their permanent drummer, expanding the trio into a full-blown four-piece family band. Having firmly established themselves as one of Australia's most exciting and dynamic live bands, the Buckleys have become well known for their infectious and exciting blend of country with rock, pop and 70s nostalgia that has seen them achieve 5 top 5 charting singles and 4 Country Music Association of Australian Golden Guitar nominations, including the coveted Group of the Year award, and lots of international acclaim, including American Songwriter magazine stating, "The Buckleys are so cool and authentic that the world has no choice but to sit up and take notice." I'm truly delighted to have Sarah waiting patiently on the phone to have a chat with me, so let's bring her on air right now. Hello, Sarah, how are you?
Hello, oh my God, that was quite an intro. I don't know what to say after that, God.
Oh,
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm well known for my interest, don't worry about that.
Oh, so good. No, great to be chatting to you.
Yeah, terrific, and thank you for taking the time to join me, I do appreciate it.
Of course. I'm sitting at, we just played a show in Coffs Harbour last night with Wade Foster.
Okay.
I'm at like a truck stop somewhere in between Coffs Harbour and Newcastle.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's good to be on the phone.
Yeah, I'm sure. that would have been a blast. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good fun.
Anyway, look, welcome to the Country Club. It's great to have you on the show. This is the first time I've had you on the program, and I hope it's not the last. So anyway,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, like I said, you're welcome. But I'm interested in the story behind See Your Folks Again. Great single. I love that single. But, you know, it's typical of the Buckleys output. It's never bad, you know, so... you know, it's a great piece of work as it normally is, as you would expect from the Buckleys.
That is so kind. Thank you so much for saying that. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's been like a year. Thank you. Yeah, it's been like over a year. I think about a year since we put anything out. So we were stoked to have a track coming out, and it was actually, this one was inspired by my sister Molly, who's in the band as well. She was She's got so much good. She's trying to trove of good content, I always say, for me to write songs about. She came home one day and she was like, you know, I've been hanging out with this guy, but I think I just realised I really only like his parents way more than him. I think I will be around the dinner table where I'll just be like there until 2 a.m. just drinking wine with his parents and talking and laughing, and he won't even be talking. I'm like, oh my God, I better write a song about that. And so there it is, our next single.
It's amazing what you can write a song about, isn't it?
It is. It was such a funny concept. I brought it into the studio with my friends Alexander Lasker from Kingswood and Ned Houston, who's another great Aussie writer, and we were just like laughing the whole time. It was like kind of a half of a joke when we started writing it, but then it ended up being this. It's kind of sentimental in some ways. I think it's a situation, you know, when you break up with someone and then, you know, you might miss certain things about what the relationship was, but not necessarily the person themselves.
Okay.
So it's a bit brutal, but
life can be brutal.
That's true. Isn't that a fact?
Yeah. In fact, if it wasn't for the brutal days, the non-brutal ones wouldn't look so good, you know.
Well, there we go. Exactly.
Okay, so tell us quickly, where can people buy your music?
Well, kind of wherever you're getting your music from. You can buy it, you can like listen to it on Spotify or Apple Music and all that, or you can buy vinyl. We have vinyls on online. Thebuckleys.net. That's our website. But yeah, wherever you get your music from, you should be able to find us.
Well, it's interesting that there's a vinyl version of the album.
Yeah.
That seems to be a bit of a trend now. They're all sort of heading back towards analog technology, which is interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we love vinyl. We grew up listening to vinyl, and
Yeah.
I just love having like the physical record. I mean, it sounds different, it feels different, I think. And I don't know, it's just such a nice thing to have. So we were very fortunate that we got to print out some vinyls for our debut record, Daydream, and it's cool. And then people send us videos and photos of like finding them in like random record stores. Like there was some people in like Kentucky or somewhere that sent us a thing, or like Alabama, or
Wow.
like random places around Australia. So it's very cool to see where it ends up. It goes on a bit of a journey when you have like a physical product like that.
Okay, that's interesting. It's good to see that it's going places. Like not just in Australia. On the East Coast, like so many releases happen. But you're mentioning places in America. So that's great. It's good to know that you're getting such widespread acclaim.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's very cool to see, the places music takes you. And, like the single, we had some people over in Europe playing it recently on radio. It's just like, it's cool to see where it kind of pops up and where people... It's always funny when you go into, like, the back end of Spotify and you can see where people are listening, and it's like, have a bunch of random, a big jump in numbers in, like, Sweden or, like, some random place, and it's like, how did they get it? But, it's very cool.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, it would be. I mean, if I was, a recording artist in Australia, I'd be pretty pleased with that. That's sort of a real good sign of success, I reckon.
Oh, totally. Yeah, just to have anyone listening to it. It's a sign of success for us, I think. But, we're very grateful to see... people around the world picking it up and just connecting. Yeah, people listening to the songs. I mean, it's all you can ask for, really.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I love that. Seeing a great Australian outfit, doing well internationally.
Oh.
That's very good.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm thinking you must be quite proud of the many achievements that the Buckleys have accumulated over the years.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I mean, I was talking about this last night with Matt from Wade's band, who's a drummer. We were just talking about how it's crazy. Like like when you start and you have all these big goals and dreams, and then like you get to do the Golden Guitar Awards was one of them. It was like we were saved up all our money and like went and got tickets to the Golden Guitar Awards when we were younger. I must have been maybe 14 or something, and then. Uh-huh. A couple of years later, we were playing on the stage and like nominated, and it's just like it really is wild to see those kind of goals come to fruition. I feel very blessed, and we work hard, but definitely have some pretty good luck along the way, I think.
Well, I'm thinking it must be very rewarding to see all your hard work earn you so many well-earned accolades.
Yeah, absolutely. It's it really is very, very cool, and to see the hard work pay off is I mean, it's amazing. We're just so grateful to be able to do it.
Yeah, and well, you've worked hard to get there. I would imagine anyway. I mean, you don't get to where you guys are without working, putting in the hard yards.
Well, 100%. I mean, we've been doing it since we were so young, so it's really just like what we've done as a family, and for like over 10 years now, and like it's definitely hard work, but it's you kind of when you do it all the time, it's like I don't know, you just learn to appreciate it and enjoy the experiences as they come, I think, and you work hard, but play hard too.
Yeah,
have fun along the way for sure.
I get that. And it's interesting. In your bio, I read that that Dylan, a 17-year-old brother, is now your official drummer, and you're now a four-piece band.
Yeah, it's crazy. That is actually super wild because we've been a three-piece for so long now, and then young Buck, we call him, and
okay.
Dylan, he started playing drums. I mean, many years ago, But then then he got pretty good, and we're like, oh damn, maybe he should join the band. It'd be it's cheaper for us. We don't have to pay his drummer.
Oh, that's
then he's like officially, and we kind of had him on band probation for like 2 years there.
Okay.
I mean, he's a bit of a wild card. The youngest siblings always are.
Yeah.
But then we're like, we better let him in officially. The photos and everything. Can't keep him on probation forever.
Now, look, I dread to go here, but I got to ask because I'm an only child, right? So I don't have any brothers or sisters, but I talk to a lot of people who are musicians and songwriters and that sort of stuff, who work together with a sibling or a number of siblings, and I often ask them. Given that you're in this situation as a working group, and you're working with people that you grew up with, people that you're directly related to, that you played with when you were children, what happens when something arises that creates a little bit of conflict within the group? Someone disagrees with something that a decision has been made, and how do you guys work that out?
Yeah, I mean, it's such an interesting one because it's all I've kind of known, but I feel very grateful to work with my siblings, and I couldn't imagine doing it without, when people that you have that trust with and that support network. It's such it really is a hard industry, and there's so many ups and downs, and just mentally and physically, but it's just like, for me, and for us, I think it means the world to have people that you really do trust in. And when you do have those disagreements, we've grown up having, sibling little tiffs here and there. And so we definitely, and you always just kind of, I don't know, someone's usually hungry and then you eat and you get over it an hour later. So it's nothing to, it doesn't get too, if you don't get too hung up on things like I think you would if, we definitely couldn't speak to other people outside of our family. The way we speak to each other sometimes, I definitely wouldn't get over it as quick. But I think as your family, it's just like you have those moments, but then at the end of the day that we all love each other and we're all supporting each other, and, we have each other's back even when we're having those kind of, those kind of disagreements. And so, I have a lot of respect for solo artists that go out there and do it on their own. I couldn't imagine that would be so much harder, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, that's an interesting answer. I like that. That's great. It gives me an insight into what it's like to have siblings, I know. And that's something I always appreciate.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another question that you might struggle with, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What's your most memorable experience personally as a performer?
Well, as a performer, God, there's been so many really cool ones, but one that jumps out would be Byron Bay Blues Festival, the gig that we played there. We played that festival 2-3 years ago, I think it was. Okay. And we grew up in Byron hinterland, so that's always been a festival we've gone to nearly every year. And it was such a goal in Dream Country just to get on the lineup. And we played the Crossroads stage, which was like one of the main stages. And we had an early set, so we weren't really expecting many people to be there. But the tent was like pretty full, and we were just like blown away. But it was this kind of interesting feeling because it was this huge gig that was like we've seen like Santana play on that stage, all these huge acts, and we were on that stage. But it was also like, because it was our hometown, I don't know, something about it was like one of the most comfortable gigs I've played at the same time. And it was just, I just had so much fun and genuinely like enjoyed it. It didn't feel like this huge. Sometimes you play those big gigs and you're just stressed out and there's all this pressure, so you're not really enjoying it. But I just remember having the best feeling being on that stage and like really being with the people. And that was one of my favorites. Probably, definitely jumps out at me as one of my favorite, most memorable moments.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting. I get that. It'd be a real buzz to have a festival like the Byron Bay one, virtually in your own backyard. I mean, how good is that?
Oh, totally. Yeah, we're very lucky up in Northern Rivers. We have a lot of great music festivals, and there was, I don't even know if they're still doing them, but Splendour and the Grass and Falls Festival were there as well. But Blues Festival is always the one that I was at every year, pretty much. Love it. Such a great festival.
Yeah, I'm a bit sort of alarmed by the fact that in the news lately there's been so many really big festivals going off. You know, they're
Yeah.
you know they're not they're having trouble financially, and you know,
Yeah.
and it's sad to see that happening, you know, but it's also good to see that some of the bigger festivals, you know, obviously Tamworth, but, you know, like the one in Byron Bay and, you know, like Splendid in the Grass, they're all still going, and they're still going fairly strong. So it's good to see that, but it's also sad to see, you know, a handful of them sort of go by the wayside because of, you know, financial issues and pressures like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is a sad thing when the festival has to shut down. I just, you know, you always hope, yeah, you can keep going, but yeah, there's so many factors involved, I think, that go into them making those decisions. But yeah, no, hopefully things are, you know, get back on a roll, and people are going out to gigs more, which is great, and yeah, just supporting live music. It's the best thing in the world. So
I think so. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You know, but like I said, it's great to see that there is some work out there for, you know, the great musicians that we've got in this country, you know, and songwriters and the really talented people like the Buckleys, you know.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, well, it's a good example of what I'm talking about. So, you know, why not quote it? Now,
Appreciate that.
Now, here's another question this one's not so difficult, but you're very much inside the heart of the beast, so to speak, and I'm curious about the view of the Australian country music landscape from your perspective. You know, is it healthy, is it thriving, or does it need resuscitating? You know, I'd love to get your opinion.
Yeah, I think it's in a great place personally. I mean, we have we just played CMC Rocks, and it was like, I think that sells out within minutes or something like that.
Wow.
And that's like, I don't know how many people, like 20,000 people or something like that. And people from you know, I think country's always had a, you know, healthy industry and community, but it's really cool to see how vast it is, because like how spread out across different regions, and people in the city are starting to catch on. Like, I have friends in the city that never listen to country music that are suddenly like all about it and going to CMC Rocks and want to go to the Gympie Muster. And like, I think it's a great thing just to see, you know, how much it's growing, and then, you know, that helps artists, they can tour more, and you know what I mean? It's just you're seeing people like Brad Cox like play Enmore Theatre, which is incredible, and you know, there's, you know, so many artists. Wade Forster, who we just played with last night, is selling out all around the country, and Fanny Lumsden. There's just so many awesome artists who are doing incredible things, and people are showing up to the shows, and I feel like that wasn't happening as much, you know, even 5 years ago. So I think we're in a really good place, and yeah, there's some really good momentum in the country music industry at the moment.
Oh, that's good. That's interesting, and I'm glad to hear it. That's you know, that's really good, and especially from someone like you who absolutely knows what they're talking about. You know,
I don't know about that.
No, come on, no. Like I said, you're in the heart of the beast, so you know, or the belly of the beast, if you like.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway. Alrighty, now we're very short on time. I just about need to wrap it up. But just quickly, what's next for you guys? What do you got in the way of festivals coming up, or you know, gigs or tours?
Yeah, well, we're playing Gympie Muster soon, which we are stoked about.
Cool.
It's one of our favourite festivals. That'll be heaps of fun. We're actually just talking about it. I think we're going to camp on ground, which will also be a lot of fun. No one has to designate a driver.
Oh, cool.
You can just have fun at the festival all weekend. We're doing that. We just announced Groundwater Country Music Festival as well, which we've never played before. So that's in the Gold Coast, and there's a great lineup on that one too.
Okay.
And then, we'll be doing Tamworth. We have a bunch of others that are kind of not announced yet, but will be announced soon. So just keep an eye out on social media.
Absolutely.
And we're working on new music. So we have some new songs coming out really soon. We're working on an album. And it's all happening. It's all on the way.
Excellent. Oh, that's great news. I'm looking forward to the album. Let me tell you, that's great.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we are too. We're very excited.
On that note, look, later today I might send you a text with our mailing address here at the studio. I'd be so grateful if you could throw a CD into and send it to me.
Absolutely. 100%.
Okay. Well, don't get too carried away with the bad language.
Oh, sorry.
I'm only kidding. No, it's all right. It's all good. I wish you guys all the best, because you absolutely deserve it. You've worked hard to get where you are, and you deserve every success that comes your way. I do appreciate you taking the time to have this chat with me today on your Sunday afternoon, and pass my best wishes on to everyone in the family, especially the people in the Buckleys band. I hope to.
Oh,
I hope to be able.
thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm hoping that this is not the last time we have a chat on the radio, and I'm sure it won't be.
Yeah, absolutely not. No, 100%. No, it's been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for the chat, and hopefully we'll see you at a show soon.
Absolutely, beautiful stuff. All right, thanks again, Sarah. I do appreciate it, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. See ya.
Okay, bye for now.